faster like you want to move, so that at least we are able to achieve.
Ngilu had a difficult time before a joint committee of lands and delegated legislations as the MPs took her to task on the legal basis and criteria of her creating and appointing Peter Kangethe Kahuho to the new position of a Director General of Lands to manage the lands docket.
We had specific questions that Gitari asked about the procedure, Chairman. Sorry, about the procedure, whether this Gazette notice is legal or it is illegal, whether it followed the due process. Once we get those answers, I think the rest will flow.
Maybe they should just come back and tell us under what law did they establish this office.
In her defense, Ngilu told the Joint Committee that there had been a vacuum after the Constitution abolished the office of the Commission of Lands and that over 20,000 title deeds lay unsigned in the Ministry of Lands, impacting negatively in the country's economy.
This is an administrative action that we took so that while we await for any law to be put in place, we are still working.
But what was of concern is the fact that the office of the Director General of Land and those of heads of directorates are not in the Constitution, and yet the Cabinet Secretary had gazetted them. But Ngilu said she didn't deem the position substantial to warrant the input of the National Assembly since the offices are of an interim nature.
The Public Service Commission shall appoint persons to hold or act. To hold or act in those offices and to confirm appointments. That's why I'm saying it's a very easy job. Let's have the minutes of the Public Service Commission recommending to you as a Cabinet Secretary being your responsibility to appoint wherever you appointed.
And as I said, the positions I've created are in acting capacity so that work in the ministry does not stop. Because you could hardly tell who is leading any of these directorates that you have created. As I said,
although Ngilu tried to justify her decision in claiming to have done the appointments in consultations with the National Lands Commission and the Public Service Commission, MPs demanded evidence that indeed she had followed the guidelines of the said institutions.
That we have got to, actually it says advise, National Land Commission to advise the Cabinet Secretary. I did not refuse that advice from the National Land Commission. And that is what we used to actually gazette this position.
Thank you, Cabinet Chair.
No,
no one has taken side here at all.
just like we were also insinuating that I've taken sides. It is my right to say whatever I want to say without also taking sides.
March out. March out.
At some point, the deliberations got ugly, resulting to the expulsion of Boni MP Kisoi Munyao from the sittings of the committee. Ngilu will appear again tomorrow before the committee to present the documents, evidence required by the committees. Ken Dagor, Obadia Citizen Live at 9.